Hey there berries, welcome to a special PBE video where we're going to be looking at some of the support items that are going to be changed in Season 11. So if you guys don't know, half of the items have been changed basically, so I think it's 33% of items have been removed, kicked out, stuff like Athene's and Holy Grail. 33% are new, and about 33% some of the items that are still in the game have been changed somewhat. So about 50 to 66% of the items in League have been basically brand new or changed. So it's pretty exciting. Let's do a Soraka game. What I'll do is I'll do like 3 support videos on the new items. So we'll do one from a perspective of a standard tank and a standard Enchanter, like we are right now with Soraka, and a standard mage. Now I haven't played on the PBE yet. I got in the game for 3 minutes, but someone left the game, so it ended up being a remake. So that's as far as I've seen at the moment, but that's why I've already got my Soraka runes already set. So I'm pretty excited to see what's in the game. You'll be able to choose from one of 3 mythic items for your champion. In Soraka's case, it's like a Shuridia's. There's a healing over time item that I can't remember what it's called, and Locket of the Iron Solari. So you can have one of those and only one of those, and then when you complete other items, it actually buffs the stats on one of those other 3 items I mentioned, one of those mythic ones. So we'll have to have a look and experiment and see what items are good. From what I've seen at the moment, like Ferry Charms have been changed, for example. So they don't cost 125 gold anymore, they cost 250, which actually changes support quite a bit quite early, because were a couple of cases where you could buy a Ferry Charm and use it like a mana potion and then sell it later on, but now they cost 250. I imagine the resale value on those aren't going to be great, and you're not going to be necessarily picking them up just for mana now, because it's now 250 gold. So that's already quite a big change for the support role, because I know like Yuumi, for example, like Ferry Charm stacking as well is quite important, but now they're double the cost. It's going to be nearly impossible to do. I think they have like doubled the mana regen on those Ferry Charms though to make up for that, but it's still a bit frustrating that you can't use them like a mana potion anymore. So I would prefer it to be the 125 mana. It's 425 still for the Ferry Charms, but it is what it is. My understanding as well in terms of at least the Enchanter items is that there's a lot of what they've called spell haste in the game now on those Enchanter items, which is different now from cooldown reduction. The problem is that previously in cooldown reduction, the more you had of it, the more it was worth, but now they're changing it so that you can get the initial spell haste you get at the start is worth a decent amount, but the more you have of it, the less it's kind of worth, which is a bit awkward being an Enchanter, because you know, it has been nerfed in a way. One thing I should probably add that I've noticed as well, Spell Thief's Edge has been buffed in this new items. I mean, all of these items are subject to change, but Spell Thief has been buffed, so it now gives 20 gold as opposed to 15 gold per hit. And I'm assuming Relic Shield hasn't been changed. I'm assuming Relic Shield still gives you the full money amount from killing a minion, which is a good change. I've always felt like Relic Shield was too strong, too gold efficient, so some of those mage supports as well are going to appreciate the buying a slightly, you know, core item a little bit quicker and completing the ward potentially before a recall is pretty strong, and then you go back and base and get 3 ward charges. I'm not sure how I feel about pretty much every single item in the game has been graphically changed, and it's going to take some getting used to. I don't think the art style is aesthetically pleasing to everything else. I think they stand out quite a bit, but that just might be because we're not used to them. I don't know how other people feel about that at the moment. Relic Shield Shoulder Guard doesn't give more gold now, but has faster proc recharge. I see, so Relic Shield has been buffed as well then, and we'll get more gold earlier, but we're still going to hit that 1,000 cap anyway. We're just going to get to it a little bit sooner. And yeah, you are seeing this correctly. We are up against a Zed Malphite bot lane. I've never seen that Malphite skin before actually. It might be a new one coming out soon. And we are looking to get level 2 before us. Actually, I need to get mana values on my bar. That would be pretty handy. So far so good, nothing too scary yet. The level 6 is a little bit more scary, but we should be looking to kill him there. Ooh, flash at the exact same time. If Zed's still sticking around, I'll look to kill him. Don't know if he is though. Ah, no, he recalled. It's kind of bad for Triss. This is a big wave. I hope it gets to the turret okay. So if we look at the shop now, we kind of need to make a decision about what kind of items we want to make this game. So Locket has been changed so it's not based off max health anymore. We've got this Pendant of Vitality. When affecting champions with attacks or abilities in combat, heal the most damage nearby ally for a set amount. Each second spent in combat increases this healing. So let's just stick with that. I mean, it sounds pretty Soraka-esque. So we can pick up this Kindle Gem and sell a potion for a control ward. One thing I don't like about the new shop is that I need to look all the way down right at the bottom of my screen to see how much gold I have. In the current shop, there's somewhere in the shop higher up that also says your gold. That needs to be changed, and I'm sure it will be when on full release. I don't like the look of that control ward though. I will say that control ward looks horrible on the small icon in your inventory. That needs to be changed as well. It's almost like they should probably hire Twitch emote artists to do the icons. But there's a real art to making something look really clear in such a small box. And I think the current items in the game represent that really nicely as is. I do not like the look of the control ward. Big root there. Okay, that's fine. Some of my bindings are a bit messed up, but it's okay. Like some of the smart class stuff happening here is not happening. Don't know like the individual skill levels of these people. Is basically doing normals at the moment, but would like to see the Triss jump on. So we do have some spell haste at the moment. Okay. We can get a turret plate here. I'm happy to stay for a plate if Triss wants it, but she doesn't want it. Alright, whatever. So we're getting closer towards our mythic item. It's not too expensive at 2.8k. So the mythic passive is once we get other legendary items, we get an additional 5 ability haste as well. So I'm looking forward to that. We've also got some Cdr Boots that we could also pick up. Let's do that. Let's get some boots. It's kind of like hidden at the bottom there. So how much cooldown reduction do we actually have? So we've got 10 ability haste from the Kindle Gem. We've got another 15 from the boots. So we should have 25 ability haste. Which is apparently 20% CDR. It's not giving... They haven't updated the UI to represent that very well. But apparently I've got 20% cooldown reduction with the Kindle Gem and the boots, which is actually alright. That would be on about 20% cooldown reduction anyway. If we had a Forbidden Idol. So at the moment it looks to be about the same. Are those new boots? The image is different, but it's the CDR boots still. Want Triss to jump in here. Alright, cool. Kind of stomping this bot lane at the moment. Wouldn't say it's particularly strong at the moment. But yeah, we're getting a lot of money. We're already on nearly 700 gold on quest completion. I hope this game's not over too soon. I would like to actually buy a few of these new items and see how they work with each other. He wants to do dragon. Nice. Save the Akali's life and get an assist for it. Don't know if I've mentioned it already. I am from the UK and I'm playing on PvE as a NA. NA server, so I've got quite high ping in the triple digits. So we're going to get another 15 ability haste and 100% mana regen. We're getting very close now towards our mythic item, which is called Pendant of Vitality. So once again, these items are still subject to change, but I'm sure the theme of what they want to accomplish here are going to be the same anyway. So now we are on 29% cooldown reduction. That's actually pretty good. That's really good. If that is right on the cooldown reduction number, 29% cooldown reduction is actually insane. Because you wouldn't get that until you completed, say, like a item first, because you can't, like, obviously pick up 2 forbidden idols. They don't stack. By the way, on Soraka I would usually put a few points in Q, but just for whatever reason I didn't. I don't have my ultimate. Alright, good. And Zed's not 6 yet. I should look out to ward, but it's kind of a one-sided match at the moment. We just max E next, it's fine. Okay. Some of the Zed's death animation there is glitching out with white boxes. I think we're definitely going to win this game. It's almost a matter of fact of like, can we build enough items to get a feel of what it's like to heal with the mythic or not here. So we have an exact amount now to buy the pendant. It says +0 ability power there, which is kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, very weirdly states 0 ability power on this item. Okay, I guess that's one of the things we are missing out a little bit. It is potentially ability power in the Enchanter role. I should have bought oracles. But okay, we've got the pendant. So now when we deal damage or use our abilities, a nearby ally will be healed for about 40. So this item is only useful as a support. Like a solo laner won't be picking that up because this only affects allies. And when we finish off another legendary item, so when we finish off like a redemption, if that's still in the game, it is still in the game. We'll get another 5 haste just naturally from the... Oh no, I got Tire aggro now. That Alpha Strike nearly got me killed, ye. So I did notice that if I just attack anyway... Just trying to work out what is triggering that. That's like using an ability on the ground randomly seemed to affect it. There is a 2-second cooldown on that ability as well, and it was healing for about... I think you get to see what it seemed like 25, which can't be right because that would be under what it says. Unless the text is wrong. But anyway, let's have a look here and see what we've got here. We've got a Staff of Flowing Water, that's a new item. Plus heal and shield power. And healing or shielding an ally grants you both 15% movement speed and 20 to 40 ability power for 30 seconds. Yeah, okay, sure, let's just go for that. That sounds fun. So once we complete that item, we will get an extra 5% spell haste as well. Or 5 spell haste, should I say. Actually, Ardent Stenza has this exact same build path. And so does Redemption. Forbidden Idol is still... That's the Forbidden Idol. It's pretty much the same. So we are naturally healing the Triss. I did notice that we did heal her a little bit there. From attacking. Healing is relatively insane. We can still go in on this. Good. So this is going to be quite good on someone like Sona in particular, where it's much easier to get attacks in. But if you're against a lot of assassins, you're not going to want this Pendant of Vitality because the heals are only like noticeable in longer duration. And I did notice this pendant light up a little bit once we had a couple of charges on. Like right now, you can see it's on a 2-second cooldown and now it's flashing around a little bit. I got an auto attack there on the GP. And from doing that, I'm effectively healing. Healing the Akali from doing auto attacks. That's interesting. It seems to... as long as you're in like champion combat with another champion, it just keeps healing and healing. But obviously if you're dead, if you're going to die really, really quickly, then you're not going to get much effect from it. Interesting. Do you think it'll work on Senna? I think Senna will probably still want AD items. And that will work with the Staff of Flowing Water as well, because I'll be constantly giving random people, even if I'm not specifically healing them with an ability, it gives them movement speed and ability power as well. Interesting. Saved. Oh, and I got an assist for the E there as well. And we're healing the Swain up a tiny amount extra as well from the being in combat, I guess, because of the Yi going in. That was a bad silence. Yeah, that Akali died because I missed my E. That was pretty bad actually. I blame the ping. So as long as you're like healing a unit that is actually in combat with a champion, it's still gonna activate the pendant. Oof. Does the pendant heal yourself though? I think I saw it did, right? So it's on 2.2k healing already, which is quite a big amount. I wonder if you can buy this on champions that don't heal. Because you're gonna be, if you play a champion like, I'm not saying this is gonna be a good idea, but if you're playing like a champion like Brand, or someone who is constantly in combat with enemy champions all the time because of things like, I don't know if Leandries is still in the game, but at least from his passive, like you're gonna be constantly healing random targets around you. That's kind of like a interesting thought possibility though. Right, so now we've picked up a Staff of Flowing Water. And now that means because we've completed a legendary item, the Staff of Flowing Water is a legendary item, we get +5 extra spell haste from a mythic item. So now cooldown wise we're now on 31%. Let's see if we can pick up an item with some more spell haste on as well. So the Redemption has spell haste. Arden is a pretty decent item on our team, but doesn't have spell haste, but we'll get an extra 5 from completing the legendary. So it seems that we'll probably only get about 2% extra cooldown reduction with the spell haste from now on. Like it's like we're getting like more and more diminishing returns on that now. Is there anything else here that we can kind of look at? I mean, all of these items are kind of too expensive. My cows is an option as well. That heals now. As well as removing a crowd control effect. You got Eclipse. That's a really cheap version of Greek Morellonomicon actually. 2.3k for a Morello. What else? Knight's Vow also has some hate, but you don't really want that on any enchanters really.
An ally has been slain.
There aren't too many options as a support to take, honestly. It's like, yes, there are new items, but you're still probably going to be buying pretty much the same items every game. The only thing that might change is your mythic. So like choosing between whether a locket rather than this pendant. What was the other one? Surely is if you want a bit more mobility, but I don't think. Never been a fan of surely is anyway. Yeah, that heal was pretty disgusting, wasn't it? And from doing that heal onto everyone as well, actually, with the Staff of Flowing Water, it gives everyone on my team 15%, 15 movement speed. Okay. Couldn't keep up with the healing there on the Akali. There's no Grievous wounds on enemy team. That's the other thing as well that we should probably talk about as well, that yeah, I have all of this healing, but Grievous wounds is way easier to get on a team as well now as well, so it's like my healing will can still get mitigated by quite a huge amount as well. Let's pick up the Ardent Censer next. And I need an Oracle's.
My work remains undone. My fate unfinished.
Okay.
A great team has destroyed a turret.
What's Swain's build? Gosh, I don't even know. Rod of Eternity, whatever that is. And Demonic Embrace. He's got all new items.
An enemy has been slain.
Whatever those items do. Yeah, we can heal the Yi. Sure, why not? Easy Quadra. I get a couple of assists. Beautiful. That's probably going to be the game. But none of these PvE games I don't think are going to be that intensive or crazy. But it's a nice little look for myself and you guys to have a look at, see what the Enchanter items are going to be like on PvE. I'll be doing another video for tanks and mages as well, and I might look at doing like a separate video for like the Pike / Senna, because I'm sure they're going to have their own recommended items as well. Oh, that's a nasty little combo. I completely forgot about the Malphite Yasuo combo. Well, the game's not over yet anyway. Maybe we can get the Ardent Censer still. I think one thing would be nice is that once you have built your item here, for newer players, that it A, removes it from the list, and B, like removes the other ones you can't purchase as well. So like if you've already bought boots, it shouldn't be like recommending the boots still. If you've already bought a mythic item, it shouldn't be recommending the mythics. And just give some other suggestions here. There's definitely a lot they can do still to improve the shop, but it does overall look quite nice. Just gonna get some used to getting used to some of the new item looks as well. And it's really kind of weird as well, because you still got, like, for example, the old Wit's End graphic there, and then you got like a new Rageblade graphic there. So I'm assuming some of these still need to be changed. Like that Hex Tech revolver as well needs to be updated and stuff. Still don't like the look of these control wards though. Yep. My wife just made me a sausage sandwich. Let's see if we can look to end this game now. Wait, did that Scuttle have a shield? That was a pretty big heal I just did there. I think I would like a bigger graphic for this item as well, to see where the healing's actually going to. And it's a shame it doesn't proc from the epic monsters here as well. That's Infernal Soul. I mean, it should be the game. So how we're doing? That should give us another 10 haste if I'm not misunderstood. Yep, so now we've got 10 haste now with the mythic passive. We're now on 33% cooldown reduction. So I wonder if the Transcendence, if Transcendence has been changed. Because there's no 40% cooldown cap anymore. You can get, in theory, unlimited spell power. So I need to see what the Transcendence buff does now. Maybe it just gives flat spell haste at level 10. Why does it say it's 0 ability power? I don't know. Actually, can we get this new item? This is the new control ward item, isn't it? This ancient runestone. I wonder if it counts as a legendary item as well. I mean, it has got the pink outline. The thing is, it doesn't actually say, none of these items actually say if it's a legendary item or not. Oh my god, I'm just running down mid. I'm literally running it down. It's me like looking at the shop. Oh yeah, I'm literally running it down the mid. Team should be okay though. You'd think. Swain's got ulti. Swain's legendary. He can handle himself there. Go on, Swain. Show them. We're just giving them a chance. That's all it is. But yeah, they've made it so that your final slot now can be this ancient runestone. You need to be level 13 to purchase it, which we are. And then yeah, I wonder, like, oh, we never get to find out. But it says you need to, once you put down 20 stealth wards, it transforms. And I wonder if you could just spam 20 wards in the fountain and just upgrade it that way really quickly. I wonder if it's possible to do that. It gives 5 haste at level 5. Plus 5 at level 8 and at level 11 refunds 20% of cooldowns on basic attacks. What does the item? Well, on the Tristana, that was a bit of an eye-opener into the Enchanter items. It was a good look into the healing stuff there anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be doing videos for tank support, mage support, and probably one separate one for like Senna / Pike as well. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and pay attention to see if those other videos are out already. And if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow. And don't forget to stay very awesome, guys. See you soon for another video.